Morning, Peggy.
Morning. Morning, 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 morning.
Well, you got times wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, we've got to set that one back. Got up this morning, getting around. I went to come outside, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's daylight. Thought we set them clocks back. Then it dawned on me, oh, never mind. I had a lapse in how that thing works.
Brain skip.
No, I guess just not totally awake enough yet to have my brain working right. Not that it works right to begin with, folks, but you know.
They do got the trees back up, or they start with the lights on. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to try a little bit different way because it being the time of day it is, that sun's going to be nice and high in the sky. Of course, there's some cloud cover, so it might not be so bad. So we might go ahead and go the way we normally go.
What's up, Peggy?
Woman, they put y'all a crosswalk in over there. Ain't that something? They spend all sorts of money to put them a crosswalk in.
They don't use it.
And they still, and a lot of them still don't use it.
Old car been beat up.
Not as bad as that other little one we saw at that other four-way.
I know they got a big ding on the door. That's why I said it been beat up.
That's kind of sad. It's a Toyota Camry. They're a little on the expensive side anyhow.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we might be able to go the normal way because I see that cloud cover there. It might be covered. We're going to find out. Watch me be wrong. Gotta play a joke on me and open it up a bit.
Oh, we got a green light.
And go, psych.
That was an orange car.
Yeah. Sounded like a Mustang or something.
I think that's what it was. It was orange. It was generally orange.
Oh, there ain't but one thing that type of orange goes on, and that is the General Lee. It just don't look right otherwise.
Putting a smart car called the private lane.
I seen one like it one time. They put Dollar General Lee on it. I think that's what it was.
Dollar General lane. Okay.
Yeah. It was pathetic looking.
Best color combination you can put on a smart car is that red and yellow.
Yeah. Well, that's an insult to Bumblebee.
No, I was talking about red and yellow. The tax car.
Oh,
The tax car.
yeah. I've seen one done up like that too. Now that worked.
Yeah.
It was very befitting.
Yeah. People little hot screen.
I'm saying. Y'all gonna waste all sorts of time waiting to see if there's something coming when they're held back by a red light because that way had a green arrow to go left, so people are funny.
Yeah.
Like the song says, God is great, the cold snacks are good, people are crazy.
Yeah.
So, well, folks, this is Monday, the day before a very anticipated day. And we shall see what we shall see. I was telling Lane yesterday, we've gotten to the point that, folks, this time around, it ain't about us or them. It ain't about one side or the other as far as physical realm of things go. This time is flat out about good versus evil, God versus Satan. Because one welcomes God, the other one denies God. Got to ask yourself, whom shall you choose to serve? God or Satan? Because if you go with one, you're going with God. If you go with the other one, you're voting for Satan. And if we don't choose God, this nation is lost. Because if you choose the other one, we're done. But now the flip side of that is God is in control. He's already decided who it's going to be. Because he already knows how everybody's going to do. He already knows what everybody's going to do. He already knows what everybody's going to choose. And me personally, I'm hoping for the side of God. Because, you know, I'd like to see this nation flourish again. And it won't do that if the other one gets picked. Because I'm just going to tell y'all, that side are sellout puppets to a foreign enemy nation of ours. And if that side gets it, they're just going to turn around and hand the keys right over to them. And there will be no more elections. So, y'all think about that. Yeah, I don't care, you know, how bad people may hate the one, you know, but if you hate the one, it's because you're listening to mainstream media and the way they cut up stuff to make it sound like something other than what was actually said was said. And then you don't go look into it for yourself. Like, did he really say that? Let me look that up and see where it was he was supposed to have said that. And when you do, you'd find out they took something, a piece of something, and then twisted it to make it sound like he's saying something else. And but also too, on the other side of that coin, if you can vote for something that stands for communist ideals, and that's exactly what they do. You can set up with their agenda alongside the communist agenda, and you'll find that there ain't much of any difference. And they are heavily for things that should not be. Like one topic of really high tension, you know, me personally, if that's what a person wants to do, that's down their life. They can stand before God and answer for those particular actions themselves. The problem comes in that side wants that, but more than wants it, they want American taxpayers to pay for it. Yeah, I figure it this way.
Rabbit head.
Rabbit head. I figure it this way. If you want to go out and play, you need to be able to pay for your own actions. Don't go out and play and expect the American taxpayer to bail you out. You know, on that topic, I know there are some situations where it might be necessary, but even on that, well, I can see doing that and just charge it to the perpetrator that caused that situation to come around. But you know, but in general, it's mainly a thing of a lot of people want to get out there and play around, but they don't want to pay the consequences of their actions.
Accept responsibility for.
Yeah, they want the American taxpayer to bail them out. Yeah, and then they want to do other things too that they want the American taxpayer to pay for. No, you want to do that kind of thing, you pay for it. You get your insurance to pay for it. You pay the premiums on that particular type of insurance and you're able to get that. Fine, go ahead. Don't expect the American taxpayer to have to pay for it. And that's what that's all about. It ain't nothing to do with health. It's about making American taxpayers pay for others' delusions. And then those with those delusions later on finding out they screwed up big time. What is the percentage? 90 something percent wind up regretting that move
Something like
a
that.
few years down the road.
I know 85% because they said there is a 70 something percentage, I think, uh, for those that try to undo.
And can't.
Yeah, can.
Because it's it's not undoable. And see, the problem with making the American taxpayer pay for it, who you think those deluded people are going to blame? The American taxpayer. They ain't going to blame themselves. They don't want to accept responsibility for what they do. That's part of the delusion. You know, folks, that's just nuts. But anyway, that's what we're fighting for. That's what this battle is about, good versus evil. Bottom line, it's either God or it's Satan. Which one you going to choose? You know, you hate the one because you've been told to by mainstream. You hadn't looked into it for yourself, and you choose the other one, and we get the other one. When you see it all fall apart, I don't want to hear no crying. You know, so, but again, it's in God's hands. He's already decided what's going to be. And that decision is based on the heart of America. What's the heart of America going to choose? Is it going to choose God? Or is it going to choose Satan? I mean, it just, heaven or hell, God or Satan, which one's it going to be? Because that's exactly what this one's going to be about. And You know, it's kind of sad that this nation has come to that. But there's a reason for it, just like everything else. And only God knows. Well, I got some clues, but you know, I'd have. You can't explain it to folks that ain't willing to accept the truth. I'll just say that. And there's folks out there want to claim the God, but their actions show they choose Satan because they choose the things of Satan. They choose the things of the world. They choose the things that go against God straight up. So while they may profess God, their actions are showing that they are not of God in no way, shape, or form, only in word. So some of y'all think about that. And Dale, you're live last night. You mentioned what we talked about in my live. Yeah, about which is better, above ground or below ground. Well, for those of us seeking the kingdom of God, below ground is better because that's where our body will be, but we will be home in heaven with God. Everybody else, not so good. You know. So on the one hand, you were right in what you said, because those of us seeking God and seeking heaven, that would be better because we'll have gone home. Meaning our race is done. But what about those that aren't seeking God or have not yet accepted God? Won't be so good for them. So that could go both ways. But you weren't wrong in what you said. You know, that's just the truth of it. So I'm not offended by that in any means because that's truth. So you said right. But anyway, I've been all over the place this morning. And maybe somebody will get some good out of that somewhere down the road ways. I just sit here, Jack. Things come to mind, and sometimes somebody gets something out of it, and I may or may not find out about it or know about it, and that's fine too. Because once it leaves my mouth, that's on God to take care of taking it wherever it needs to go. Because if there's something that needs to be heard, God will make sure it gets to the eyes and ears of those who need it. But I guess that's it. Piggy loves you.